Okay, this is a Galaxy log for October of 2021, and it's subtitled Big Things Seen in Small Packages. And the first galaxy we're going to go to is, we're actually going to go into Aries. It's kind of like on the border of Pisces, Aries, and Cetus, and it's NGC 821, fairly bright galaxy. And here's a closer view from the Stellarium web of where the galaxy is located. Pretty easy star hop. Star that the galaxy is right here is about 7th magnitude, so it's pretty easy to see in your finder scope as far as the star that the galaxy is near. And here's a near view image. Here's the galaxy log date was October 1st. Here's the particulars and included type. It's an E6. Here's the distance. It's 80 million light years out. Telescope was the 47 f7.5 ED refractor. Eyepiece is a 5mm, 180 power, and the sky conditions that night were pretty darn good. It was actually pretty good. Good transparency, good steady seeing. And here's the galaxy. It's kind of oval in shape and had a nice little faint stellar nucleus. Bright inner core region. Here's the it's about a 7th magnitude star or so. So it kind of made for a neat view. But the galaxy itself, stands out pretty well. I mean, it's a magnitude of 10.7, which is really bright, and a really high surface brightness. Being an elliptical galaxy, a lot of elliptical galaxies, of course, have high surface brightness because they're very compact. But I thought the view was actually really good, and it's an easy galaxy to locate, and stood out really well in the 4.7-inch refractor. So it's a good one to go for. For our next galaxy, we're going to head to Triangulum and the galaxy NGC 890. Here's a closer up field of where 890 is, and you can see some fairly bright stars around it, fairly easy to find in a finder scope. I was using the go-to this night with the refractor, but if you're just doing star hopping, it's an easy galaxy to find. And here, like I said, same night, of course. Magnitude is 11.2, surface brightness 12.7, so it's a bright galaxy. It stands out well with a smaller telescope. Here's its size, which is similar in size, apparent size to what 821 is. Here's its type and distance. It's much farther out there. It's about 100 million light years out, farther out. Actually, a little more than 100 million light years farther out than 821. So diameter-wise, it's a larger galaxy. And here's of course, the scope is the 4.7-inch refractor. I used an eyepiece. It's a 7mm eyepiece at 129 power, which I thought was a good one for this galaxy. It lies in a little bit richer field than 821, so the star field was a little bit better. And the galaxy itself, definitely not, the inner region didn't stand out as much as 821. 821 is a much more compact galaxy. And the galaxy showed a slight oval shape to it. At first, it looked a little bit round, but then as I studied it more, you could see its oval shape. Had a nice little stellar nucleus to it. But overall, I thought the galaxy stood out well in the telescope, and it's a good one for smaller telescopes. Okay, our final galaxy for this galaxy log, we're going to head into the great constellation of Pisces. Pisces has a lot of great galaxies in it, and here's one of them. It's NGC 488. Here's a closer up view of the field of where NGC 488 is located. Fairly easy if you're just star hopping. Here's the near view image. Here's the Galaxy, fairly fairly bright, 10.3 magnitude. Surface brightness is a little lower than the previous Galaxies, but it's larger, and it's a spiral galaxy, face on spiral. Here's its distance. And again, I used the 7mm eyepiece with the 4.7 refractor, and I thought it really gave a nice view. The Galaxy is very round, and it had a fairly bright inner core region and a little faint stellar nucleus. And with some really careful observation of this galaxy, it started to show a little bit of modeling to it in the outer regions of it, which was pretty neat. Kind of thanks to, I think, the refractor's high contrast image, I think really helped out a lot with this. Even though the sky conditions were pretty darn good that night. Pisces, from our perspective, is here in the Northeast, it's fairly low, and it's not real high, but it's lower in the sky. Yeah, I thought the Galaxy looked really good for the 4.7. So good things can be seen in smaller packages, and this is a Galaxy that I think that even if you have a smaller telescope, that you should go for. It's a nice face on spiral galaxy that, and in large telescopes, you can start really seeing some nice detail with it. You can actually, pump up the power a little bit more and see a lot more detail. But overall, I thought the Galaxy looked pretty darn good in the refractor. All right, this is a summary of the October 2021 Galaxy log. And again, it's amazing. Usually October in the Northeast, we usually do get more than one night out to observe during the dark window, but not this October. This was just terrible. I was out on the 1st, and moon rise that night was like 2:20, 2:25 or something like that the next morning. So at least I had a good night to observe, enough hours to get a lot of observing in. But again, the dark site I wanted to go to during this month, a much darker site than the one I used. I was hoping to get out closer towards new moon, but it just was terrible. It was just a terrible dark window. So early on in the dark window, which was October 1st, I just headed up to the closest dark site and observed there. And as I said in just previous, and basically every Galaxy log now for this past year, just about, it's a good dark site, but I have other dark sites I can get to that are darker. Here's the Google Earth at night. And the telescope I used this night, because it was early in the dark window, and I was going to this site, I decided to take the Skywatcher 4.7-inch f7.5 ED refractor, and I had it on a Celestron CG5 AS mount, go-to mount, and it's really a perfect match. It's a great match. The mount handles the tube assembly very well. And this scope is really a nice scope. It really has some really great optics in it. I'm very impressed by this. And I think I said in the past Galaxy logs, when using this scope, that I had changed out the focuser. I've upgraded the focuser, and it works out really, really well. But I'm really impressed by this scope. And like I said, I did subtitle this as big things can be seen in small packages. And this is a decent sized refractor, but overall with telescopes, especially with Dobbs and such, this would be considered a smaller package. The eyepieces I used that night, it was funny. I didn't take any of the higher end eyepieces. I just took the case that I have the Celestron XLs in. I have the 18 millimeter, 12 millimeter, the 9 millimeter, 7 millimeter, and the 5 millimeter. And so I just took them, and which is fine. They're really a nice eyepiece. If you can't really afford an expensive eyepieces, these are for under $100. These are really a nice eyepiece. They have really good eye relief, which I like a lot. It's a 60-degree field, which is decent. It's much better than the eyepieces that come with most telescopes. So, but here is the 5 millimeter, and I use that for NGC 821. And for NGC 890 and 48 NGC 488, I used the 7 millimeter XL. Nice eyepiece, it really is. They are nice eyepieces. So that's it for this month's Galaxy log. Clear dark skies and happy galaxy observing.